Chapter 34, Mistress of All Evil. Maleficent was in the bowels of her castle, where she did her great magic. My important magic. Her goons were there, dancing in the green flames as she stroked her beloved Diablo. She had to cast everyone and everything out of her mind. She had made herself vulnerable in the past few days, and had been betrayed. She was alone, and she belonged to the crows. The creatures danced in her honor. They belonged to her, and they did her bidding. She started to feel like her old self, the way she had felt before she ventured to Morningstar Kingdom. Her power was returning to her in this place, her home, her place of strength. She knew she was the Dark Fairy, but she wondered, did she really have to kill him? Did she have to kill the prince? As her goons danced in the flames, she thought of Philip, alone in his cell, and her hatred for him grew. He was a threat to her daughter's security, and she would do anything to keep her daughter safe, to keep her from becoming the monster she herself was. And as she stroked her pet Diablo while they watched the festivities, she thought she'd better pay the prince a visit. What a pity Prince Philip can't be here to enjoy the celebration. Come, we must go to the dungeon and cheer him up. Diablo led the way down the long hall that was guarded by his mistress's goons. They went down a long, narrow, cylindrical staircase that wrapped around the east end tower, even farther into the depths of the castle. It led to the dungeon, where Maleficent had told her minions to imprison the prince. Diablo perched on a protruding column, while his mistress used a skeleton key to unlock the large wooden door, which groaned in a warning when she opened it. She found Prince Philip much the way she expected to, chained to the wall with his head down. He was exhausted and in despair. Was she really doing this? Was she going to kill him? Was she taking on the role of the Dark Fairy, the mistress of all evil? But she'd already resigned herself to the role. This is the way it was written. This is how it was meant to be. Oh, come now, Prince Philip. Why so melancholy? A wondrous future lies before you. You, the destined hero of a charming fairy tale come true. The mistress of all evil waved her hand over the sphere at the top of her staff, enchanting it so the prince could see into his future. Maleficent decided that she didn't have to play the role exactly. She could take another path. Maybe she could save the prince and still keep her daughter safe. And maybe, just maybe, Maleficent would live. Behold, King Stephan's castle, and in yonder topmost tower, dreaming of her true love, the Princess Aurora. But see the gracious whim of fate. Why, 'tis the self-same peasant maid who won the heart of our noble prince but yesterday. She is indeed most wondrous fair, gold of sunshine in her hair, lips that shame the red, red rose. In ageless sleep she finds repose. The years roll by, but 100 years to a steadfast heart are but a day. And now the gates of the dungeon part, and our prince is free to go his way. Off he rides on his noble steed, a valiant figure straight and tall, to wake his love with love's first kiss, and prove that true love conquers all. Maleficent laughed at the evil brilliance of her plan. She laughed as she saw the prince struggling against his chains, realizing she intended to keep him there for 100 years. Come, my pet, let us leave our noble prince with these happy thoughts. A most gratifying day. As she locked the dungeon door behind her, she felt relief wash over her. For the first time in 16 years, I shall sleep well." Maleficent made her way to her tower, comforted by the thought that her daughter was safe. She wanted to sit and think. She wanted to talk over her plan with Grimhilda to see if she thought Maleficent had made the right decision to keep the prince alive. But Diablo was making a terrible screeching noise. She heard the clamor of weapons and thought her goons were fighting among themselves, being the witless fools that they were. "Silence! You tell those fools to—" "Oh, no! My precious one, my old friend!" Diablo had been turned into stone, and she knew who was responsible. The three good fairies.